A light glow shines into my eyes, waking me up. I tighten my eyes before finally opening them. I extend my arm to go grab my phone and bring it to my face. Saturday, 9:42 a.m. I look out the window. There appears to be some heavy cloud formations growing. Perhaps a storm is coming. Oh no. Why do I have a feeling that it's probably because I played the mod named Storm and it's for Yuri, it's centered around Yuri, and I have a feeling that Storm is for Yuri too. I climb out of my bed and start my day. I flop down onto my living room couch. For a while I just sit in the serenity of my empty house. Always empty. Huh? I bring my phone into my field of view. It's Yuri. Is it okay if I start heading towards your house? Well, if you're gonna go here, make it quick because apparently a storm is coming. I type out a response. Yeah, that's fine. My arm falls limp again and I sit lifeless on my couch. I feel so bored today. Hopefully Yuri shows up soon to save me from this void that is my living room. For the next 20 minutes I just stood on my couch staring at the ceiling. Suddenly I hear a bell. That must be Yuri. I heave myself up the couch and make my way to the door. I gently open the door. Yuri appears on the other side. Please, this is just probably a peeve of mine, but don't use this all willy-nilly. I get nervous. Hey, what's up? Good afternoon, Midas. Are you ready to go? Let me make sure I got my wallet. I slap my ass as hard as I can. Yeah, I got everything, let's go. Yuri and I step outside and head towards the psychiatrist's office. Hello, you two. Welcome back. He speaks in his usual upbeat tone. Not exactly the kind of voice you'd imagine a psychiatrist to have. I mean, gotta keep that positive atmosphere. I shake his hand like always. He then offers his hand to Yuri and they shake as well. Well, shall we get started then? He gently opens the door to his office and gestures for us to step inside. We walk over to the couch and take our seats. Naturally, Dr. Langton sits in the chair opposite to us. So as you know, this is simply a checkup. I just want to make sure that the medication is working, everything is fine, etc. Okay. Yuri fidgets in her seat. That's odd. After all this time, I figured she'd be used to Dr. Langton by now. I guess we should start with the most blatant question. Have you been self-harming at all, Yuri? She shakes her head. No. That's good. He scribbles in his notebook. And I believe school has started back up again, is that correct? Yuri nods. Yes. And how was the first week back? It was fine. He continues to stare at Yuri. Just fine? Yes. Something feels off here. Even with the exception of Yuri being an introvert, her one-word replies seem unnatural. It's like she's forcing the words out. Dr. Langton is leaning over his knees examining Yuri. After a short time, he leans back into his chair. He looks up at his notes, readjusts his glasses and looks back up at Yuri. Are the kids at school treating you okay, Yuri? What do you mean? I'm just asking how the students behave. Are they nice? Cheerful? Are you making friends? That kind of stuff. They're okay. Dr. Langton stares at Yuri for a few more seconds before finally writing in his notepad. Is Yuri not going to bring up the group of boys? She should. Like, we stand up to them, and I wonder if my choice mattered there, but it was cool. Maybe it's not important, or maybe it is. Yuri's acting weird even by Yuri standards. But is it really my place to say anything? I'm just a bystander in their meetings after all. But I feel like it's the doctor's right to know. I mean, what choice do I have here? Hopefully Yuri doesn't resent me for bringing this up. Hopefully. Well, there was this one interaction yesterday. Oh? He leans into the edge of his seat. Yuri jerks into jerks her gaze onto me. There's fear on her face. Maybe I shouldn't have bring it up. Shouldn't have brought it up. I mean, we're already here. What else are we gonna do? Too late to go back now. No, as if I've already opened a can of worms. It wasn't anything really. Just a group of immature boys shouting obscenities. Dr. Langdon softly bites down on the tip of his pen. After a short period of thinking, he finally says something. And how did they make you feel, Yuri? I catch a glimpse of her hands trembling. She represses them onto her lap in an attempt to cover it up. You can be honest with me, I won't judge or think any less of you. I was angry, embarrassed, sad. There were so many emotions at once. It was like a 0.9 earthquake came and shocked the very fabric of my soul. And then several equally as powerful aftershocks hit me right after. Yuri takes a moment to collect her thoughts. The doctor remained silent as well. But then Midas acted. He got excited at her in the situation, and I'm very thankful for that. She clenches my hand and gives me a soft smile. Well, Dr. Langton scans over his notes. It's good to hear. I understand school can be a challenge, and I know kids can often be brutal at times, but I think as long as you two have each other, there's nothing that will hold you back. Yup. He gives us both a huge, almost cartoon-like smile. Anyway, moving on. How's your prescription holding up? If I recall correctly, you should be requiring a new order soon, correct? He flips through some papers on his desk to reassure himself. Correct. Well, the pharmacy already has the files, so you can go at your own time. Moving his arm up in a large motion, he not so casually checks his watch. Well, he then claps his hands together. I think that's all we have for today. Any questions? Yuri and I exchange glances. No, I think we're good. Wonderful. Feel free to contact me on when you want to schedule your next appointment. With that, he begins to shuffle us out of his office. We arrive at Yuri's house. Well, that went fairly well, I'd say, and why is the music melancholic? What do you think, Yuri? Yep, she ain't okay. Yuri, are you okay? She's been acting weirdly recently. Or weirder than usual in any case. I'm fine. Fine? Whenever a girl says that, that usually means the opposite of fine. I subconsciously begin to take steps towards her. But Yuri begins to back away like an animal caught in a cage. However, she only backs away so far and I find myself inches from her. Yuri's only a little shorter than me, allowing us to maintain eye contact fairly easily. Even with that, she refuses to look at me in the eyes. She begins to slowly open her mouth. Breathe, Yuri. Take a moment to collect your thoughts. It's something she's done time and time again. Finally, she speaks up. Oh, wait a minute. I was expecting the twist that she would be still cutting, but oh my. I'm going to drop out of school. What? Drop out? She can't actually be serious? Okay, time out, rewind. Your what? There's a tinge of annoyance in my voice. This is why I didn't want to tell you. I knew you'd be upset. Wait, how long have you been keeping this from me? For a while now. I feel disappointed and also a bit furious. I mean, who wouldn't? The thought of Yuri hiding such a big decision from me hurts. Why are you now just telling me? Just now telling me. I didn't want you to worry. Yuri, all I know is worry about you. This wasn't the music I was expecting, but okay. A contorted expression grows on her face, as if she had just saw me kick a puppy. I didn't realize I was such a burden to you. Someone you always have to think about and worry about. That's not what I meant. I'd hate to be a burden to you, Midas. I didn't say that. I guess I'm just not capable of looking after myself. After all, I'm just a girl with scars along her arms. A girl with no friends other than the words on a page. I'm useless. No, you're not. Then explain why you have to feel the need to spectate my life every waking moment of the day. Don't get upset at me for the secrets you've been hiding. Look, now we're getting off topic. Back to my point, you can't drop out of school. Why not? You just can't. That's not your decision to make. Regardless, it's still a bad decision. Think of your future, Yuri. I mean, even if you're gonna regret going to school, at least you'll be ready in case a job comes. You just don't understand. That's the problem, you never tell me. Okay, answer me this. Why do you want to drop out? Your grades are exceptional. That's another thing on why you shouldn't drop out. I mean, you're doing well, Yuri. It has nothing to do with my grades. Is it because of the boys yesterday? I told you not to worry about them. My voice grows more irritated with each sentence. It's not just that. It's... What is it? I can't say. No, we're not keeping secrets anymore from each other. Tell me what's wrong. I don't want to talk about it. No. I have worked too hard to get close to her, and once again she's shutting me back out. Yikes. Damn it, Yuri! My thoughts are cloudy. I don't know what to do. If I let her shut herself in, she may never come back out. We shouldn't really be angry at this situation. Just tell me what's bothering you. I can't. I feel my bloodstream heating up. Oh my. Now the ending to this track is creepy, okay? Please stop resisting my help. Please don't do this. Do what? Help you? Listen to you? Actually take the time to find a medical professional to treat you and all your problems? Everything I do, Yuri, it's all for you. Yuri just shakes her head while trying to hold back tears. I didn't want this. You didn't want this? Of course, Yuri. How could I forget? I'm just a guy who chased you down, barged into your house, and forced his way into your life unwanted. It's not like that. Then what is it like? I don't know. Please just stop saying that. Surely you have to know something. This is going nowhere. My hands are shaking as if I drank a liter of an energy drink. I can feel the steam rising out of my ears. I have to keep pressing forth. No, stop. Just calm down. Take a breather. Oh my god. This is what she did when I first found her cutting her wrist. She pushed me away as far as she could. I can't let her ruin her life. I catch a glimpse of myself in the window. My enraged reflection stares back at me. What I see disgusts me. Okay, at least we're calming down a bit. Here I am yelling at the girl I thought I loved. Midas? Yuri's voice snaps me out of my daze. She's no longer yelling. In fact, her voice is so quiet it's barely audible. I don't want to see us like this. I love you. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we got the chance to breathe and calm down. Love. I heard that word so many times the past several months. I've heard it come from Yuri's lips. My lips. My best friend's lips. Even it's been said so much it lost all its meaning. If you really loved me, you would tell me what's wrong. If you trusted me, you would give me time. Nah, never mind about us calming down. I think we're not that calm yet. I don't know who to trust anymore. I can taste the venom dripping from my teeth. It's bitter yet satisfying to feel it spit out of my mouth. A tear glides down Yuri's face. All the memories we made, the stories we shared, the time we spent. I guess even hot love has a cold end. Don't try to tell me this is how it ends! Oh no! I look her straight in her eyes. The windows to her soul, as she put it. I suppose they're just bittersweet moments at this point. What do you mean? What are you saying? I feel like a failure. After everything I've done, you still don't trust me. Yuri's retracted body only makes me feel worse. It pains me to see her like this. So why can't I stop? Now it's my turn for my voice to be very audible. Why don't you like anyone? You didn't see no messages. What messages? What messages? The ones that everyone saw. I think to myself, last week. The boy who saw. The whole gossiping behind us during the classroom. Okay, the boy in class who stifled a laugh at a long message. The two loud girls in my class. They were talking about someone in some text message. What was in the messages though? I have to know. I look back at Yuri. She looks lifeless, but I have to make a choice. Oh god, no! Don't try to tell me a choice matters now! Oh god. Okay, we're going to play responsible because if we drop the topic, that's very irresponsible of us. We're here now, so the only thing my heart is begging is that we calm down. Yuri, you have to tell me what was in those messages. I can't. Damn it, Yuri, you're not helping me. With every one of my attempts to get closer to her, she still pushes me away. This is bullshit. Oh god. Now I regret. How can I help you if you don't tell me what's wrong? What could be in those messages that would make Yuri want to drop out? Do you regret falling in love with me, Midas? That question came out of nowhere, but I still form an answer. No. I regret believing that you had fallen for me. Yuri's taken aback from my statement. Oh god. Her eyes begin to feel like waterfalls, but tears don't fall. They crash. Oh god. No! Oh god. Go away. What? Go away, Midas. Her voice is still barely audible, but there's force behind her statement. So this is how you want it to be. Please just go. I don't say anything after that. There's nothing left to say. I stare at her for a bit longer. I take her in, her long purple hair, her woman-like body, and her lavender eyes. The lavender eyes that even red with tears still pierce straight into my soul. I turn on my heel and leave her house. Oh god, I feel so foolish. I mean, if I were in that situation, I would calm the fuck down before you're just talking. For once, it's not the morning sunshine that wakes me up. This time I'm shocked awake by the sound of crashing thunder. Well, here's the storm we were talking about. There's a storm screaming outside. That said, I have no idea whether it's morning or afternoon. I check my phone. Oh god, it's the next day! It's a bit late, but not too bad. I climb out of my bed as the rain continues to pour. I sit down on the couch. Resting my elbows on my knees, I press my face onto my palms. What did I do yesterday? I yelled at Yuri for no reason. You shouldn't have just confronted her calmly. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I smacked my forehead repeatedly. I got upset and allowed my emotions to get the better of me. Regarding the choices, I just felt that it would be very irresponsible of us to just drop it. This is my fault. I feel like my insides have been pricked by needles. I really am a failure, huh? There has to be something I can do. I need to apologize to her. Lightning continues to strike outside. I look outside my living room window. It shows no sign of stopping either. The rumbling continues to shake the ground. Flashes of white fill the glass screen. I run back upstairs. Throwing my closet door, I grab my raincoat. I'm going to apologize for Yuri in person. Draping it on, I begin to prepare myself for the icy rain. What in the world? I pulled my phone from my pocket. Oh no, it's her again. Hello? Hello, may I speak to Midas, please? Oh, it's not question marks. It's woman, just woman. Speaking. And who is this? Oh no! Wait. I'm calling for the Northeast Medical Hospital. And why are you calling me? Oh. You're listed as an emergency contact for Miss Sayori. Low-key, I worried about Yuri, but if it's Sayori, then understandable. I mean, she's in a coma! Sayori. Is everything okay? Yes, she's awake. Ah, thank God she's awake. I mean, that's a little bit of sunshine considering the storm that we're in. My grip loosens and my phone nearly slips out of my hand. Awake? Sayori's awake? My mind begins to race faster than the lightning outside. This is incredible news, so incredible I forgot how to speak. Hello? Hello? I'm sorry. Can I see her? Of course. That was the whole purpose of this call. Okay, I'll be over there soon. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Goodbye. I hang up and jam my phone into my pocket. But aren't we supposed to apologize to Yuri? I mean, it would be sweet if we did both, but I guess in this situation Sayori has to go first. I mean, she just woke up from a coma. Without another thought, I tie my shoes and dash out into the storm. I arrived at the hospital. Its cold hallways do nothing to warm me up from the freezing rain. I begin to walk towards the secretary desk. Halfway to it, the hospital doors fly open. A brown-haired man wearing a regular shirt and jeans comes up barreling through. He has a worried expression. He cuts past me and to the secretary desk. She points the way to the door. He rushes to the doctor down the hall. The doctor with the sour face points to her room. The man finally rushes into the room. I'm at a loss. Alright then. I finish my trek to the secretary desk. May I help you? I'm looking for Sayori. She begins to scroll through her computer. Your name? Midas. Perfect. Miss Sayori is in room 309. She points behind me. Just take those elevators to the 3rd floor and follow the hallway. Thank you. I practically to run from the desk to the elevators as if it were a race. 3rd floor. Why does every part of a hospital look exactly the same? I silently damn the architect who designed this place. There's a line of doors before me. As I walk past, I take the note of the numbers. 307, 308, 309! I lightly knock on the door. There's no response. My hand presses down on the handle. It's Sayori again! I gently open the door. I walk into the hospital room. Somehow it's even colder than the hallway. My eyes pan to the blank walls. I spot Sayori lying on the bed, in a hospital gown. A really well done sprite, if I may add. Sayori? Midas! I crossed the room in a flash and embraced Sayori. Oh my god, I was so worried. I'm so sorry, Sayori. Midas, is that really you? I could ask you the same thing. If I couldn't feel her soft skin in my hands, I wouldn't believe it was actually her. I stifle my sobs and collect myself. I stand over the bed. I'm so sorry, Midas. No, this is my fault. I shouldn't have done more to be there for you, Sayori. I was so caught up in my own feelings I never thought about you. I was selfish. Sayori just smiles sadly. You're silly, Midas. Huh? That was not the reaction I was expecting. I was the selfish one. I did the most selfish thing possible. I didn't think of anyone else in that moment. Her eyes are red from tears. I watch as they glide down her cheek and crash onto the plain white sheets of the bed. I'm just glad you're awake. You're actually awake! I repeat myself just to confirm this is actually real. I was so scared. I really can't put into words how concerned I was. I'm so sorry I made you sad. I wave my hand dismissively. Enough with the apologies. Let's agree to just both be sorry. Corners of her mouth rise. Okay, so how is everyone? Good. I nod reassuringly. Everyone's good. Natsuki's holding down the fort for you. That's nice of her. And you and Yuri? A pang of guilt flashes over me. Still haven't apologized to her. We're not fine. We're fine. I lie through my teeth. Sayori has been through enough. I don't want her to worry with my problems. I attempt to shift the topic. I know I should sound like a broken record, but I'm just really glad that you're awake. I was losing sleep over you. Meanwhile, I was gaining sleep. The fact that Sayori can still keep her aloof attitude I find somewhat admirable. I mean, you gotta be happy even in the worst of situations. Knowing she's okay does put a smile on my face. I just want things back to normal, Sayori. She stares out the window. Do you know what it's like being in a coma, Midas? No, I can't say I do. It's kind of like you're sleeping. Time passes by differently when you're asleep. I mean, the coma is just, in my, from what I know, just a really, really, really deep sleep, where nothing could seemingly wake you up. When I woke up, I was worried I was 50 years old in the future, and then it would be all wrinkly. It was so scary. She stares at me with her sky blue eyes. There were times when I was aware of my surroundings. Okay, now that I didn't know. Oh my. Aware? I could sense things if that makes sense. It doesn't. Sometimes you could feel the nurse changing out my IV, or I could hear the doctor having a conversation outside. One time I heard the doctor discussing to my parents on the phone about something called the patient's right to die. Oh my. I know I should be sad, but I'm actually learning things. Whether or not it's ethically okay to put me to sleep, my heart jumps into my stomach, and I'm guessing what this means is mercy killing. Just hearing those words causes my legs to grow weak. It was like watching a movie of my own death. And the scariest part was that I couldn't use my legs to run away. I didn't have a voice I could use to call for help, or talk to myself to keep myself company. It gets lonely. You see your fears come to life. I'm glad I'm not afraid of the dark. She gives me a soft giggle before returning to a serious tone, or as serious as someone like Sayori can sound. It's hard to escape your inner demons when you're engaged in your own mind. I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Sayori. I placed my hand in hers. It was an interesting experience, to say the least. I mean, even if it is life-threatening, at least you're alive, Sayori. And now you have knowledge on what the coma is, and if I ever fall into one, you at least know what to do. Who knew you could learn so much while being asleep? I mean, I can learn so much from playing a visual novel, so what are the chances of you learning something while asleep? I bet it's pretty high. I'll make sure to tell my teachers that. We share a small laugh between us. That gives me a nostalgic feeling from my childhood. Back when Sayori and I would play around the block, climb trees, cause mischief. I refuse to believe that girl is gone. But as I look into her eyes, I see despair. Would it be better to go back and change what happened? Oh, she just read her mind. Don't dwell on the past. She says that as if she read my mind. Like I said, I learned something while asleep. This experience showed me that what I have become. The solution I took to try to stop the pain. And in it, I almost lost the most important thing to me. My eyes have been opened to something new or something greater. What's the word for that? An epiphany? Is that the right word? Yuri would probably know. I don't know if I'll ever beat my depression, but I know I won't let it beat me. It would be a lifelong battle, and I'm willing to stay by your side through it all. I think I like that. She gives me a big smile, and this time it's a genuine Sayori smile. A smile that fills this bland white room with hope, purity, and warmth. Everything is going to be really happy to see you back. Or everyone is going to be happy. I'm sure. You know, for a second I was expecting you and Monica to be here. Monica? Why would we be together? When I woke up I actually spoke to her. Where is she? She said you and her would visit me. Sayori, I think the anesthesia is still affecting your brain. She never texted us. How would Monica get a hold of me? She has your number. She what? Monica has my number? Yep, and here comes the revelation. It's Monica that has been texting us with ominous texts. I gave it to her when you joined the club. It's only obvious a club president should be able to contact her members. My mind is having a hard time keeping up with its own thoughts. The pieces of the puzzle slowly start to take form. Midas, are you alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. I mean, to make some comedy, it would be your ghost if you were actually dead, but you're not. Sayori, where's Monica? I think she believes she'd be stopping by around. She looks at the clock on the wall. Oh, how convenient, she should be coming any second. I need to go to the bathroom. Do you mind? Not at all. I turn my heel and power walk out of the room. I run down the corridor. I don't look where I'm going. Suddenly I find myself falling. My head starts to throb. The gold tiles press against my face. I press my hands on the floor and push myself up. I look at my bearings to see who I ran into. Of course, as Sayori said. How convenient. Hi, Midas. I mean, the fact that I bumped into you and you didn't seem to mind. Wow. You must be really weak or you're really strong. I do like your casual though. I never seen this before. I know it sounds weird for me to compliment something when the music is like this, but just wanted to let that out. I really like this one, but of course nothing beats the old white Monica dress, but this is pretty good. You know, you should be really more careful. Even if we're in a hospital, it's best not to hurt yourself. Got the banter, Monica. I know what you've been doing. I stick my finger in her face. Now there was the serious talk and the serious face of Monica. This ends now. Why are you trying to fuck up my life? What do you mean, Midas? You think I'm dense? I figured out your little game. All those strange texts. They're from you. Well, it took you long enough to figure that out. What is wrong with you? Do you find enjoyment in ruining other people's lives? I could ask you the same thing. What did I do to you? None of this wouldn't have happened if it weren't for her. Her? What are you talking about now? You and your little girlfriend. You think you can intrude on my life? What have we been doing on you? We didn't intrude on anything. Exactly. What did we... What? Oh wait, sorry. I can't read. What? Did we ruin your perfect life? Yes. I'm stunned by your straightforward answer. You did. Everything was perfect. My family was loving, my grades were second to none, everyone loved me. I had friends, I had a club I was proud of. The only thing missing was someone to share it with. And then you came along, and finally I had someone to share my life with. But you didn't choose me. Monica's voice grows louder with every sentence. You didn't choose me. Why, Midas? You could have had something perfect, but instead you chose a broken girl. This is strangely immature, if you're gonna ask me, but okay. Oh god, Monica. You shut your mouth right now! I step face to face with Monica. You can't do anything now. I tried to warn you, I tried to showing you her true side, but you were too oblivious. Why? Why couldn't you have loved me instead? The hospital staff and even some patients have been silently witnessing our quarrel. My life couldn't have been perfect. Why didn't you choose me? Maybe you're not as perfect as you think. Monica is shocked by my words. I recognize the look in her eyes. It's the same as Sayori's when she confessed about her depression. The same one Natsuki showed when she spoke of her father. It's even the same when Yuri had told me about her cutting. They all share the same look in their eyes. A look of fear. Fear of being lost in an unforgiving world. I didn't want any of this, Monica. I just wanted a normal life. But that's not what was given to me. Just like you, I had dreams of a perfect life. But this world isn't perfect. You have to learn that eventually. Monica looks heartbroken. Her words come out at a whisper. No. No, 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 no. I worked too hard for this. I worked too hard to get what I wanted. But in the end... Monica gazes down the hall where room 309 is. I hurt the ones I love. Love. What a stupid word. You need to accept the past, Monica. Everything you do has consequences. You just have to live with them. But you can still change who you are. Why did I say that? Maybe it's the look on Monica's eyes. They all share the same look. Just like Yuri, Monica is a lost girl in a cruel world. I mean, we can't be acting like a cock all the time. I mean, surely Monica has her reasons. I mean, it may look immature, but still, reasons. I feel a little pity for her. We can forgive you. Monica shakes her head. You don't know what I've done. It'll be okay, Monica. I told everyone. Told everyone what? It was the only way to get her out of the pill. Oh no! Oh no! It was Monica! Oh no! It was the only way to get her out of the picture. Monica's emerald eyes begin to turn red. And once again I find myself eye level with the crying girl. Told everyone what? I have connections with a lot of people in school. I sent a message out to nearly the entire student body. Monica, what was in those messages? She refuses to look at me. I told everyone. About Yuri. About her kidding. Oh god. For a moment my heart just stops beating. I stand there for a while in shock. The sound of nurses walking by, the EKGs beeping, even the storm outside has been drowned by my own silence. I feel like I'm floating on a void. As I stare into the abyss, it stares back. The same feeling when I told Sayori was in a coma. Or when I was told Sayori was in a coma. But this time, I'm not crying. Become numb to pain. Time doesn't heal wounds on the heart. You just feel the scar tissue with, and the pain lessens. But the pain never truly leaves. Why, Monica? Was the only option I had left. The only way I knew to bring you to me. This is why Yuri wanted to drop out. Whenever she goes to school, everyone will know what she's been hiding. Everyone will see her as the girl who cuts herself for pleasure. My mind races and my heart beats out of my chest. I can hear my own blood flowing rapidly throughout my body. My eyes begin to flutter to every single inch of these colorless halls. I whisper to myself, I need to find Yuri. Even after all of this, you still can't let her go? I look up at Monica. Every cell of my body wants to beat her to the ground. I ball my fist. All I need is for my nervous system to send a signal to send my hand flying through the air. And I just stand still. Instead, I use my last reserve of energy to make a break to the hospital doors. Oh god. My feet carry me as I trudge through the icy rain to Yuri's house. I throw myself against the blowing beach for the knob. Locked. I don't bother knocking. Clumsily lift the doormat and find the spare key. After numerous attempts with shaky hands to finally stick the key in. Once I hear bolts turn, I open the door. I pan my eyes frantically to the downstairs of Yuri's house. It's barren. I search everywhere, but there's no signs of Yuri. Oh no, why do I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen? She had to have some sort of trace. I'm getting unnerved. I begin opening all her drawers and cabinets. On opening one drawer, I find something that looks familiar. I take the cylindrical object and it makes a rattling sound as I lift it up. In my hands, it's a bottle of pills. Full bottle of pills. Pills Yuri's supposed to take to suppress her urge to cut herself. No! Each bottle contains exactly 60 pills. I rip open the cap and pour the pills under the table. Don't try to tell me we're gonna count. I scout and I use my hands to push them into a pile. Don't try to tell me we're gonna count in this situation. Bolt to her room, please. Sliding each pill one by one, I begin counting. Ah, 60. I stare blankly at the pile of medicine, unable to focus my thoughts. For a second, I even begin to forget where I am. I am surrounded by a single raindrop hitting the counter, making a small splash, followed by another, and another. I look up. To my surprise, a wet spot on the ceiling has appeared and it's leaking. At first, I assumed the rain, but I remember I'm on the first floor. An imaginary blueprint of Yuri's house begins to form in my head. If I'm in the kitchen, then directly above me it should be Yuri's bathroom. I rush upstairs at ungodly speed. I crash through the bedroom doors. Immediately my eyes begin to look around for any signs of Yuri. Alas, there's no one here. Beside the bed is an open box. My stomach churns as I slowly creep towards it. It's her knife collection. We never threw it out. Oh no. As I woke up, I noticed a single empty spot where a blade once laid. There's something else I noticed. The sound of water. Not the melodic orchestra of raindrops off a roof. The running water of a faucet. I craned my neck towards the sound. It's coming from the bathroom. Barge in! I reached out and tightly grabbed the handle. I had no intention of knocking. I stepped back and prepared myself. Fucking charge! I run full speed on the door. Oh my god, my heart is beating so fast. My shoulder connects to the wood and I bounce back again. Charge! Another sprint to the door. I bounce onto the floor. Third time's a charm. I run at full speed. I hurt my body against the wood. It gives, but it doesn't open. Once again, I'm on the floor. The door busted off its hinges. My body's crying in pain. I use my good arm to push myself up. After collecting myself, I replant my feet again. Go! I summon every bit of strength I have. My shoulder crashes into the door one last time. And it breaks open. I lay on the floor, my energy sapped. I can no longer move my arm. I fear I dislocated it. My arm is screaming in agony. I try to move, but I'm in too much pain. I also notice I'm wet. Sweat? Water! The floor has been covered in water of the faucet. I try to collect myself as much as I can. I'm good at steadying myself and look up. Ah! Oh god! Oh my god! No! You gotta... Oh no! You even have the watermark here. I want to laugh, but what the hell? Oh god, she's lifeless! Fuck! Oh my... What the hell? No! I try to shout this, but my voice barely comes out. I'm choking. No! I sprawl towards the tub. Yuri lays in a red-tinted water-filled tub. Oh god. I hunch over the toilet and throw up. Remember, my stomach is empty, my abdomen just grabs it. Oh no. My vision begins to blur as tears fill my eyes. We watch as they crash into the silver scarlet river on the tile floor. To say I can think properly is an understatement. I lift myself up. There's no pain as the adrenaline courses through my body. Yuri? I grab her chin and tilt her face towards me. Yuri? I shout in denial of her still body. Her fair skin has now turned pure white. Purple hair is now tinted red from the pool. I lift her arm out of the water. She showed new lines, each purely perpendicular to the ones in the past. Her motionless face turns into nothingness. I sit on the blood-stained floor and stare at her. Tears continues to flow down my face. The only thing I can do now is stare into her lavender eyes. I mean, those aren't even lavender anymore, they're gray! And for the first time, they fail to pierce back into mine. Oh god.